Hey everybody. What is it? What is it, Lish? What is it? It's a new set.
It's a new set.
It's a new set. Okay, we're trying new things.
It's what is it?
We're
set hopping.
We're set hopping.
We're set hopping.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
But I'm quite happy with this one. This is
People
nice,
shouldn't
cozy,
ask any questions.
cozy and comfortable.
Yes, I could lean to the
Lish
side.
can lean to the side if she wants to lean to the side.
And fall asleep.
And nobody should say nothing
And nobody
about how
could
she's
judge
leaning
me.
and how she's too comfortable.
Exactly.
And how she needs to sit up and pretend like she's interested.
Exactly.
That's none of your business.
People could just leave me alone.
Exactly. How about you turn up once a week, every week, with 2 children for a podcast, a
Exactly.
full-time job, a home, and everything else above? How about you try it? How about you try
then come
it?
and talk to me.
Exactly. And then come talk to her nice.
But we're here.
Exactly. But as always, my name is Dee.
I am Lish.
And this is Allow It. I hope you guys enjoyed last week's episode. Please make sure to share on various platforms if you can. Every little helps, really, to be honest.
Share. I need to share more.
You need to share more. I have to badger you.
I've been unwell though, but I'm going to share. I'm back on my.
Leash keeps the NHS going.
I'm back on my jersey. I'm back on my.
Leash keeps the NHS open.
Oh my gosh!
That figure that Boris Johnson told us at Brexit. That whole figure is to cover Leash's expenses.
Oh my gosh! Yes. I'm a hypochondriac.
Oh goodness. But yeah, we're back and we're ready. I must say I have not been the best as well at posting.
Yes,
I think life has just been lifing.
It has been.
So that's why you have to help us.
Exactly.
Because you are our support system.
Where is our Allow It support network?
Our support network.
Where are
we need
you
to start
guys
a program.
at? Come on now.
We need to start a program.
Exactly.
But yeah, please support, subscribe, share, and make sure to tell a friend who knows a friend to tell a friend.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's been going on this week
all
then?
your friends.
How has it been? Can we talk about that?
No.
Okay, no. All right.
I was like, what? No. my week has been. I've been struggling still
With something.
But I will be back to work this week.
Okay.
Yeah, but I have been struggling. I haven't been great, but we're
It is what it is.
the hustle continues.
Of course, and it is sold separately. It doesn't come as a package. It's not buy one get one free.
No, not
it is
at
sold
all.
separately.
Is 100% sold separately.
Exactly. I was going to talk about something that was kind of highlighted on social media, and I think people discuss often. Now I'm thinking to myself, could it be a cultural thing? I guess it's something that we can discuss, if whether you think it's cultural, whether you think it's a black thing. You know how it's talking about blackness.
Yes. Yeah.
Cultural, tribal, ethnic, possibly the word, or maybe it's just a thing overall. I don't know. So make sure you guys, like, from all the different backgrounds, try and comment. Are you guys scared of commenting? I'm starting to think,
we don't get any comments anymore.
we never
right?
get any comments anymore. Like at the beginning, people used to
Sheesh.
comment all the time. You guys are trash.
I know, we don't get no
You
hate.
don't
We don't get no
dress.
positivity. We don't get nothing.
Exactly.
Just
You got
silence.
terrible. I know you got terrible style.
Bad music taste.
Bad music taste.
Yeah.
Sit up straight, Leash. Maybe Dion talks too much. We used to get some really, really interesting comments.
I mean,
But now it's like radio silence.
I don't know
But
what's
the
going
platform is open. Like, say something nice or bad. We don't care.
I'm here for all comments.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm here for all comments. But yeah, say something in the comments, regardless of what background you're from. Let us know if this is has been a thing in your household. So there's a woman who basically went viral. She posted a video on her social media about her coming home from work. So she had one of those cameras in her living room. I'm guessing for safety purposes because her children are possibly home alone while she's at work.
Latchkey kids.
Exactly, latchkey kids, basically. And she mentioned how, in that video, she showed how her children didn't scatter when she got home. So by scatter, I mean they didn't run to their
Like roaches.
Exactly. They didn't run to their room to pretend like they were doing their homework. They didn't run to the kitchen to wash the dishes that they hadn't washed the whole entire time.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, basically they just didn't scatter or run away when she turned home. Her daughter embraced her, which was beautiful. And then her son acknowledged her.
Yeah.
Of course, he was just playing his game, so he acknowledged her. But she was saying that she's trying to break boundaries or break, I don't know, those old school, generational links of basically, if you were to come home, your children should feel comfortable enough to just still sit in the living room. I am going to admit I was a bedroom child, but I had a beautiful bedroom. Okay, so I had no issues being in my bedroom.
Yeah.
It was stunning. I was spoiled. I still am. It was beautiful.
I loved my bedroom.
Exactly. It was a princess room, of course.
Oh, wow.
So I had like matching bedding with the matching curtains.
Okay.
And the valance and the like, what's it called? The swirls and the thing at the window.
It sounded real yuck to me.
It was custom. It might sound yuck to you.
It sounded real to me. Oh, not the princess theme.
It was custom. And I had a wall-to-wall wardrobe.
Did you have the canopy bed with the? Yes. Of course, yes. Yeah,
I had a wall-to-wall wardrobe with mirrors and the whole entire a vanity, the whole shebang. The only thing that my mum didn't allow in bedrooms was TVs. So she was like, okay, no TVs, just like reading books. I had my desk and everything above. So I quite enjoyed being in my room. So I didn't mind it. And she was also very particular about her space. She had a lot on. Not only was she a widow, but she had 5 children, of course. And sometimes when she come home from work, she just wanted to kick off her feet, have a glass of wine or her cup of tea or whatever it may be, and just chill in silence.
Yeah.
And of course, she could have done that in her room as well, but she pays the rent there. She pays the mortgage there. Yeah. It's her house. So she can enjoy any space within the house. Mm-hmm. When there was guests in particular, obviously you'd come and say hello to the guests, and then you'd go back to your room. And let's say the kids that came with the guests, you all play together and whatever it may be. So what was your experience?
My room was tie-dye. I still have the tie-dye sheets.
Those sheets, they haunt me. She still has the same.
I still have my tie-dye
She
stuff,
still has
right?
the same, just like a geeky creative.
Yes, I was actually. I had my computer in my room. I had a TV. I literally had everything in my room. So to be honest, I didn't need to leave my room. I enjoyed my room. I was spoiled in the gadget way. Yes. Whatever gadget came out, I had it. I was a tech babe from young. In terms of the living room, it was just, to be honest, I could be in the living room if I wanted to, but it's the same. If there were kids, if there was company, adults there, you say hi and you keep it pushing. Like, you can't be in the sitting room when adults are there. If I wanted to be in the living room, I could be, but for the main part, like you said, it would probably be my mom watching Young and the Restless, which I don't want to watch, and I have my own TV, so I might as well be in my own room. Yeah. So
what days of your lives?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. No. I watched
Golden Girls.
I watched Passions, which was crazy. Now that I think about it, it was like it's wild. Like it had witches and wizards. It was weird. Yeah, but it was good back then. But I could understand because yes, like at my grandparents' house or my nan's, like it was that thing where, okay, you couldn't sit in a certain spot because that wasn't your seat. That that's pop seat and things like that.
Okay.
And it's funny because now my kids, obviously, the living room is their domain. They're like, the living room belongs to them. I have to ask to change the channel. And I'm just like, ugh. And I want to go to my room to find solitude.
And who's there?
Oh, my daughter. She would not let me be. She will not let me be. And I'm just like, can you just go somewhere? Like, this is my space. Can I have my space right now?
Not just that, your partner.
Yeah, oh, forget about that. Like, yeah.
He loves that room.
It's like, it's a competition for the bedroom. It's like nobody wants to be in the living room.
Because there's all the kids there. So who wants to be there?
That's
Nobody.
true. But then send the kids to their room.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Send the kids to their room.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it's definitely a fight for the bedroom. I think the hustle in my home is not the living room.
Mm-hmm.
It's the bedroom.
Also, we've got to bear in mind we come from a place of privilege. As much as we don't want to say it, we do. Zimbabwe, come on. Huge houses.
Yeah.
Huge rooms. Everyone had their own room. The whole shebang, like 2 living rooms and a dining room.
Yeah, so you had a den.
3 bathrooms. Yeah. Like, it was life. Here in London, it's a completely different shebang.
That is true.
Of course, you from America, come on. Those houses.
Oh my gosh, please.
Those houses.
My cousin the other day was just talking about my baby stove. She was like, "Oh, look at that little baby stove." I was like, "That's rude."
Stove. I think this is the reason why you were so upset about it, because I was like, for me,
maybe because
I
just came from my mom's house and her stove is like massive.
It's her stove is the size of a kitchen.
Like, it's
London.
So big, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, this stove is kind of small.
Exactly. But yeah, those are the struggles of living in London. Obviously, paying really high prices, but also getting very little space.
Yeah.
I think this is the reason why, even if our kids wanted to be in their rooms, the rooms are so small anyway.
I guess,
they just like, there's not enough space, especially when I've got boys and they need the utmost amount of space. Yeah. So they stay running around in our living room. Like you said, they literally take it over. I hate being in the living room. I can't stand it.
I don't want to be in the living room.
I don't want to be in there. My room is my refuge. I'm very introverted in my own space. So at home, I'm extremely introverted. So I really just want my space, my candle on. You know, people can come in and out here and there. My sons tap in here and there, but they know to just bugger off. Yeah. And they go to the living room if they want to. So although I didn't intentionally break that, what is it called? That cycle of having living room children. Yeah. Unintentionally, they're not of having bedroom children. Yes. And intentionally, they can go anywhere they want to be. Exactly.
That's the same.
They're just banned from the kitchen with their dad. They don't want. He's like, don't
get out the kitchen.
Get out of the kitchen, because that's where he does his thing. That's his space. Yeah. Okay. So I guess everyone has got their
Everybody
own space.
has their space.
Exactly. I'm gonna go through a couple comments. There's someone who said, I memorized the sound of my parents' footsteps and could gauge the emotions based on how hard they walked into the house.
Damn.
That's trauma. Yeah. I don't think I ever felt that way, actually, saying that. I was in a living room kid, but I never felt like I had to scurry when mum came home.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, because we always used to make sure that everything was done by a certain time. So
exactly.
It wasn't an issue. And then someone saying, not me thinking that the scurrying to my room as soon as my parents get home is normal behavior. Another person said, as someone who literally bolted to my room when I heard tires hit the gravel.
Oh my God.
This is so sweet to know it's not universal. I lived in my bedroom for my whole life. I never wanted to be with them in the family room. It'll just end up in me crying then yelling.
Oh, that's trauma,
I know. There's a whole lot of trauma in there.
That is real.
That's why I'm like, ours is coming from a place of privilege.
Yeah, that's
because
real
our rooms
life
were
trauma.
Like,
I love my room. I wanted to be in the room.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then amazing, but not me. I immediately sprinting to my room like a track star. And someone said, this is something that us bedroom kids don't talk about enough. Even sitting in a friend's living room feels so weird.
Wow.
Someone said, when my mum comes home, I go downstairs and collect her and grab her bags and stuff. That's cute. I'm hoping my kids
really
do that
cute
too when they get a little bit older.
As soon as I walk through the door, I want to walk back out the door. Because it's like everybody waits until I get home.
Of course, for anything to be solved, done, spoken of. And then lastly, one person said, when your kids are comfortable in your presence and they can be themselves, that's a beautiful thing. So we'll end on a cute note.
That is
Yeah,
very
yeah,
cute.
yeah,
That is very
exactly.
cute. But it's funny because I didn't realize like that is real life trauma about having to run to your bedroom.
I know, but what we identify as trauma now, it's not something that was identified as trauma then.
True.
So trauma wasn't really a thing unless you're a soldier and you've come from bloody Baghdad.
That's very true.
You know, all of the things that we possibly experience that, let's say, the Gen Zs will say is trauma now. For us, wasn't trauma.
It was like
we didn't
it was the
identify
norm.
it as that. And, you know, in other aspects, I also have issues with people that are over therapy. Is that even
Over
a word?
therapied?
Over therapied? Over therapized?
I don't know. It's not a word, but yeah,
it's not a word.
I know what you mean.
Know what I mean. So people who've gone to trauma for a very long, gone to therapy, sorry, for a very long period of time, and then now everything that they deal with in the everyday basis is like so robotic.
Yeah.
It's like my therapist said in therapy, this, I read this book about this. It's like just somehow live your life though as well. You know, get obviously get the help that you need, but there is life beyond therapy.
I mean, it's like I don't know. Maybe because therapy wasn't. I took a different kind of therapy.
Okay.
But I guess I a lot of people cannot operate without therapy or speaking to their therapist.
It's just.
I think it's like you drop one addiction for another.
And for another, that is so true.
Yeah.
It's like instead of, I don't know, doing whatever they were doing, now they literally like, I can't move without my speaking to my therapist about this. Or speaking to, and of course they're making money, get in your bag.
Yeah.
For sure. But yeah, it is like moving from one addiction to another. You know, personally, it doesn't make any sense to me because I'm just like, at some point, you need to be released from the clutches of your therapist.
Yeah.
So that you can use those tools that you've been given to actually use them in real life.
Exactly.
If there's someone constantly holding your hand, then how are you going to utilize the tools that you've been given?
Yeah.
And their whole personality and character is now based off their therapy sessions. We know some people where on social media or whatever it may be, it's like my therapist said, and in therapy I did, and we're just like, come on, who are you now? Are you like?
Ooh, this is something I need to bring up in therapy.
Shut up. Who are you now? There was another topic that I saw that is kind of kid related really in a way, is there's a set of twins on social media that their mother has really armed them to be as independent as possible. She has set up a mini kitchen.
How old are they?
Oh god, I don't know. They look like they're 3 or 4.
I just want to know why. I'm just like, wow.
They're like 3 or 4. So she set up like a child world in a way.
Basically, she like made them their own.
She made them their own kitchen, their own setup,
it's like
their
they
own
have their
living
own
room.
flat.
It's like they have their own place, basically, with everything according to their size. And they do everything independently. They make their breakfast, they wash their vegetables, they cook, they clean, they bathe. They're so independent. They look like they're about 4 or 5, right? I'm not mistaken, right? They look about 4 or 5.
No, that's why I'm like, they look young. I don't know.
You think they're younger than that?
Yeah, they're 3 years old.
Oh damn.
These kids are 3 years old.
Jeez. They're 3 and they're super.
They're frying eggs, making smoothies. Nah.
Nah. They're super duper independent.
Cleaning up after themselves too.
Exactly.
My 7-year-old could never.
But I was looking at it.
Yeah,
and I was
it says
like,
young adults. Maybe well, you know what's so funny? What does she say? Hold on. It says a study conducted in the University of Minnesota said young adults who began daily chores early between 3 and 4 were more likely to achieve academic academic success, which is so funny because actually Liam now, which is probably good. I should be doing that. When he finishes his food, he brings his plate to
Play
the
to the kids.
sink.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. So I'm like,
cute. Encourage
okay.
it.
Yeah, I do
Yeah,
need to encourage it
What
more.
do they say? If they want to do it, they can.
Yeah, let them do it.
Yeah, just let them do
Maybe
it.
I messed Layla up because I was very much not a
Helicopter.
I was a helicopter mom in terms of things in the home. Like I would do everything. I'll clean up after the.
But then now your
I'll do all of this.
expectations are the opposite of what you were to her. So why expect something that she never?
I guess that's true. I mean that's what I just said. I corrected myself. And even now I'm very
you
much
still very, and I keep on telling, let go.
I can't.
Yeah,
I'm very much like
let her burn it.
I want to do it myself because you're giving me anxiety.
No, let go.
You're
and let
actually
God.
giving me anxiety.
Let go and let God. Recently I told you little man has been very forward in terms of what he wants to do, what he can do. And like you, I'm a control freak and I like the way I like certain things a certain way. And anyone who lives with me knows this. But he has suggested recently, oh, can I hoover? Oh, can I do my own bed? As in taking off the laundry, bed sheets and all of that stuff. Can I make the porridge? So for instance, this morning he made the porridge not for just himself but for the boys too.
Okay.
And then he sat down with the boys and they started eating together from one plate.
Nice.
Then when he finished, he washed the plate.
I think Liam will be making porridge before Layla.
Yeah.
Because absolutely not. So I can't even imagine the thought of her making porridge right now. Shaking me up a bit.
Even hoovering and stuff like that. He hoovers. Even his dad though, however, I've had to say to him, please encourage him and let him do the things that he can do. He does have to be prompted sometimes, but if you see that he can do it, then prompt him. Let him.
Even washing her dishes. She washed 2 dishes the other day. The amount of water that was used for 2 dishes.
But then that's how it starts.
I was like, just put it in the dishwasher. Let's start off with that. Just put it in the dishwasher.
I think that's what Cam used to do at the beginning.
Gosh.
But then because he kept on doing it, and I kept on prompting to say, that's too much water, that's too much soap, that's too much water, that's too much soap. Next time. Eventually, he's now got it down to a T. Also takes a little bit of patience, I guess.
It does. I'm not a patient person.
No,
I have no patience.
Yeah, he's having to mature a lot quicker than obviously I think most 7-year-olds. Because of his job and because of the fact that he's got twin brothers. He doesn't twin baby brothers. I don't think he has much of a choice.
Oddly enough, though, I think it's funny because I always thought girls mature quicker. Maybe there's a shift in boys when they get older.
Okay, maybe.
But I do see boys being more mature at a young age because even with the bonus twins, they at a young age they were really good with the babies and
even till this day I have no worries. Okay,
they're really
even
good.
When my twins were newborns, when I would come to your house, I would literally hand them over.
Yeah,
and I would have no stress whatsoever.
They're super good in that case. Yeah. But Layla, like, I was just like, wow. When it's just me and Liam, like, it's chill. But you're here now. I've realized that you're the problem. Like, girl, that's it. What's wrong with you?
I remember when we went for the road trip, and I think you had Layla and Liam, right? Yeah, basically there was both of them, right? Or was it just Liam?
When we went
for our road trip to Bournemouth,
yes, Layla was there. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
And I remember actually, and the twins were practically newborns.
Yeah, they were newborns. Yeah,
Camille was feeding them their bottles in the back seat. Like super hands on.
Layla could never.
Just like trying to sing to them so that they don't be crying too much. Doing bits and bobs here and there. Of course, sometimes he gets frustrated. He's like, oh, why they keep on... Let's say when he has to clean up after them. He's like, oh, they keep on going back and doing the same thing, mommy. But I'm just like, yeah, they're just your brothers. I didn't sign up for this, unfortunately.
Yeah, and then you're born
into being your brother's keepers.
We went to a birthday party. I brought Liam, Layla, and Cam with me. Mm-hmm. And I asked Layla to watch her brother.
Yeah. How did that go?
I was running around this place like a headless chicken because I thought I had lost my child in this area. But thank God he was already sitting at the table waiting for food.
Bless him.
But I didn't see it. He's so little, so I didn't see him, right?
Yeah.
And I was just like, girl, I asked you to watch him. Like, just keep an eye on him, please, because I'm too big to go into, like,
of
you know,
course,
the things that they were going into. So then, yeah, the second time around, I asked Camille, and like you could see, like Camille was super hands-on, holding his hand. He's like, "Come on, cute. Liam, let's go this way." And I'm like, "My homegirl, she's just ready to hang out with her homegirl." She's like, she was like, "This ain't what I signed up for. Exactly. That ain't my baby." She's like, that ain't my kid.
That's your responsibility.
Exactly, basically. She hit me with that straight.
Exactly. If he wants to go on with, let him do that. But
I'm like, wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Remember, we keep on talking about how our year is karmic, of course.
Of course.
2024 karmic year. And everyone is being brought to the table from the sins that were done in the dark and have now come to light. And of course, it's people that, I guess, most people knew something was going on, but no one really brought it to the table.
I want to know.
Exactly. And now the feds, of course, are out there. They've gone to get him. So the guy from Abercrombie and Fitch.
Of course.
They went and they snatched him up.
Of course.
I think the charges are racketeering, as usual. Trafficking, because I guess it's from state to state. And a few other charges in relation to sexual assault and everything and above, with very young, very, very young men. I think his status is really the only way he could have gotten those young men, because his face, God forgive me.
Oh my God.
He's had so much work done. He looks like, I don't know, he looks like a character from bloody... from something.
Oh my God.
He looks like someone's taken off a face of somebody and put a face on him. But yeah, everyone is being brought to justice.
Of course, it's coming.
Yeah, we'll be looking at the transcribes, I guess, from the court appearances. But it's so wholesome when victims, regardless of how long it happened to them, regardless of when, how, when, why, whatever it may be, are coming forward and they're confident enough to do that. So everyone was so pressed in working in Abercrombie and Fitch, not realizing there was all sorts happening in that darkness. Yeah,
it was
all sorts happening in that darkness.
There was a prerequisite to work there. It was just like American Apparel.
Of course, exactly.
The same old weird concept where you're targeting young kids, really.
Exactly, with topless
guys
young
and
men.
Girls,
Yeah. It was always seedy then, but no one actually spoke about it because everyone was just so eager, because
everybody wanted to work there.
Sex sells, of course, then especially during that time as well. So yeah, we're glad he's being brought to justice.
Yeah, I think the photographer back then, there was some things about him as well. The one that did all of the campaigns and things like that. I think he was in the documentary. I can't even remember where I watched. You did
say there's a documentary.
Yeah, I can't remember where I watched it. I cannot remember, but obviously it's what everybody thought. There was a prerequisite to work for Abercrombie and Fitch. You needed to look a certain way. They specifically targeted young males and young women, and basically sexploited them.
Exactly. So,
and of course, that does not have longevity.
No, it doesn't.
That's why their whole brand image changed. Everything changed. So
exactly.
It moved completely away from that.
The CEO is now a woman, I believe.
I think it's female.
Exactly, it's a woman. So fingers crossed things have changed now.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I mean, they cater to more people than they did before. So
cater to more people in the bar.
They broadened their demographic.
I was on Instagram the other day, and one of the most interesting people that I follow, which, as we know, is the Hood Healer. Imani, the Hood Healer. So the Hood Healer is coming to London and doing a European tour. So she's doing London, Paris, and one other place. I've forgotten. I think it's Italy.
Wow.
I'll figure it out. And of course, she's doing bits of the US. And then a lot of people were like, "Oh my God, that's so great! We're so happy that you're coming over." Her lives are always they're always hilarious to me. I think I sent you the one where she was live.
I think I missed that one.
If you guys don't know, there's this woman on Instagram who went viral really during COVID and lockdown. That's kind of how she got her come up.
Ooh.
Imani.
Oh, well, she was around for a long time.
Yeah, but in terms of like virally.
Okay, that's
okay. In terms of internet
people
world,
didn't have any.
Yeah.
People were on the internet.
Exactly.
I think maybe that's how she brought into this side of the world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Most definitely, because I didn't know about her before the internet. I'm sure you guys know about her because she was local and all of that stuff, but that's not the case here. And I think there was also a time during COVID where people were trying to find answers. Reasoning.
100%. We were in lockdown.
Yeah, a way out. We're like,
what's happening?
Reason.
Yeah,
exactly.
What are we doing? What's next?
And she somewhat brought some clarity. She does astrology. She does a bit of everything. She brings God in a few times. There is a few sketchy things that I'm not, 100% supportive of. The homophobia, all of that
take
stuff.
Some, you leave some.
Yeah, you take some. You gotta take some. You gotta leave some.
Yeah,
and specifically,
exactly.
the live that I sent you is that this one girl was really asking for advice about how she should navigate her relationship, and it happened to be a relationship with a woman, and then of course she went ham on her.
Oh,
and she was
what?
Like, do you really have problems with this person? Or is it you're trying to convince yourself that you're gay? Because maybe that's what the actual problem is. And the lady was like, I've been gay all my life.
Oh my God. Yikes.
I'm not trying to convince myself of anything. But it was an interesting live. Of course, she ended up like cutting the phone and whatever it may be.
The girl was like, fuck this.
Of course. And then she was like, you see, people are not comprehending what I'm trying to say to you. And I'm just thinking people are not comprehending homophobia, but okay.
I also it's like read the room. I wouldn't be reaching out to her for advice.
Of course. I didn't come to you so you can slam.
Yeah.
And also like the extremism of her homophobia as well is slightly concerning. She has very strong feelings about it. Almost like to the extent of like everything that's really strong or really out there and loud. I called it like the Trump effect. It's like the Trump effect of an opinion of something. And I'm just like, so why do you feel this deeply about
this?
It's
a bit weird.
It's concerning.
We were talking about her the other day because I was talking about her with Lala. We were talking about the same, like you take some and you leave some.
Yeah.
And when she got pregnant, she went on this huge tirade about how you shouldn't smoke weed or whatever. And you should say, obviously she's pregnant, so she's not going to be smoking weed. But she's over here telling people like, stay away from the weed or whatever. And then obviously as soon as the baby dropped.
Of course she was smoking. She was high as a kite the day after.
So it's like, come on now. Like,
which one is it, man?
People out there,
which one is it?
Just like your therapist.
Exactly.
You gotta take some and you gotta leave
some. Here they say take it with a grain of salt, right?
Yes.
Yeah, one of those sayings. I think a lot of it is whatever's going on with her, and she then somehow projects. But then some of it is palatable, and I can get with the program. Very eccentric lady. Anyway, looked into it because of course I was researching for the pod.
Of course.
And my girl is charging £500 for an hour session.
Huh?
£500
for an hour session.
An hour session with her here in London.
£500.
£500. £500.
I mean, you need to get your guapo. I ain't mad at that.
And she's charging $500.
Black-owned businesses. Go ahead, girl.
Go ahead
your
and do
thing.
that. In America, she's charging $500 per hour.
Okay.
And it has to be very specific. So there's no chit-chat, wah. She's the one talking. What do you want? What do you need from me? That's it. You can't talk no more. It's like literally rules. There's rules to the hour.
You gotta follow the rules. Wow.
And you're not allowed to waste her hour.
Wow.
Really.
I mean, then
you're not
she's
getting
actually
the
really
money's
helping you
worth.
then.
Exactly. Then it might be helpful for people who like follow through with all of that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And she does mention God once in a while and stuff like that. Astrology is not really my be all and end all. Of course, you guys know I'm for the big God, and there's certain
big
things that just don't
God.
fly with him when it comes to astrology or anything at all. So I'm just like, okay, this take some, you leave some. But would you pay £500 for the hood healer?
£500?
Yes.
I ain't paying £500 for nobody. No one. £500.
If you get all the clarity you need.
No, I'll open my Bible up and if that's the verse that I lie on, I'm like,
That's
okay,
the verse
that's
that you
it.
lie on.
That's
and
it.
also, I love you because you are one for ignorance is bliss. You love being in the
I love it.
being in the clouds.
I love being in the clouds.
You don't want to
boy.
know anything.
I don't want to know a darn thing. Don't tell me anything.
Keep me here.
Just
Exactly.
it is what it is.
Yeah, Yeah, indeed. Anyway, would you pay £500 for the dinner? $500 wherever you come from. Were you a living
500
room?
euros.
500 euros. Were you a living room child or a bedroom child? And what is it like maybe being as a parent, building your independence for your children, their independence rather, or possibly as a parent that doesn't want to build independence for their children and you want them to rely on you as much as possible.
Oh my gosh, don't do that.
Exactly. So either way, please let us know in the comments. As we said, we don't bite.
We don't bite.
And my name is Dee.
I'm Lish.
And this has been Allow It.
Bye.
Hope you like the new set.
Oh yes.